Hello everyone to another Catan video. So I'm in the first position, and at this spot 9-5-10 seems to be a good pick. 6-9-3 is also not bad. 8-5-10, 8-4-10. Yeah, so there are a decent uh, spots that I can go for at this point. But I think 8-5-10 seems to be the best, getting the strongest O spot because the other two O spots are just 10 and 3 and 2. Not a lot of O there. And I also get a decent amount of wheat to go along with that ore. I might not get enough sheep because 834 will be selected as well as 692 or 693 will be selected. So that is something that I need to consider. 692 might not be a bad pick either to begin with, but at this point, I think getting the strongest ore is pretty good. Yeah, so I think red will just go for 693, and then yeah, so as I was saying, I might not get a lot of sheep because don't think there'll be a sheep spot open unless it is something like 11-3-4, and that might be an option, but not a spot that entices me too much. Yeah, so as expected, red does go for 639. Gray can now go for something like, I guess brown will have a setup something like 8-4-10, 8-4-3. Uh, Very few numbers, but can go on the sheep port and on the brick port, something of that sort. Or maybe if gray goes for a setup similar to that, maybe on 5-8-10, and then try picking up the brick when it comes back to them. So yeah, gray surely taking that time and makes complete sense. It's not an easy pick over here. You pretty much have to decide what resource you might want to get locked out of because okay, they go for 6-5-11. Not a spot that I think is too strong because now you have too much wheat, very little brick, and I mean, if Gray is able to build on the ninth spot over here, they will be able to get ore, but seems a little unlikely that they will get a lot of it. At this point, I think red can just go. Um, Red can go for 5-10-2, and gray will be going for something like 4-9-11 so that they can build roads towards the 9 ore port, or not port, 9 ore tile. A little surprising that Brown hasn't pointed their road towards the brick port because they have so much brick that would have been a decent option. Yeah, in this case, they are a little too reliant on 8 and 10 to begin the game. And also the placements that they are pointing to, something like 8-4, 8-3, and 3-4-11, they aren't getting any new numbers. Yeah, so probably red will go for 5-10-2 over here and point to the right. And then I might go for 6-3-11 and have a decent game. Red can go for 6-3-11 as well if they want all the wheat. If that happens, then I will be building on the 10-5. Although I do not like the 10-5 spot because my numbers are very low probability wise. Yeah. So at this point, I think I can also go for something like 8-3 and point upwards, hopefully build two roads and get to the sixth port. Other option is something like an 8-5. That might not be too bad an option. 9-10-2 is also an option. As I said, 5-9-2 is also an sorry, 5-10-2 is also an option. So I do have some options over here. Yeah, the only reason why I don't like 5-10-2 is I am repeating 5 and 10, but there is a good chance that I will be able to get the 8-5 spot as well. So because of that probability, I am leaning towards that spot. 8-3 is decent, but at this point I am going for the 5-10-2 spot. I start with a 4. I don't get much out of it. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't get any resources on fours as well as on sorry on sixes as well as on eights, and early on in the game. So that is something that is a little worrying. My game might be a little too slow in the beginning, and hopefully I will be able to pick up the pace so as soon as I get my cities on 5-10-9. Wow, so red helping brown get an early city. So this turn, gray will be able to build one more road towards the 9 ore tile. At this point, I will ask for a wheat as well. I'm pretty sure gray can afford it. Yeah, but they don't trade it. That's completely fine. Um, 5 gives me a wheat and a wood. Let's see if I can get any trade for a wood. Surely I will be taking the brick, not an issue, and building on the 8-5 first. Although the port is important, but building on 8-5 is more important because 8-5 is a very high pip number. Gray could also build on the wheat port and steal that away from me, and I don't think I can stop them, especially because 11s and 6s and 4s have been so common. At this point, I think the 8 brick should be blocked, but brown doesn't have any cards, so maybe the 10 wheat gets blocked or the 3 ore. Yeah, but I guess the 10 wheat is more likely. Okay, 11 wood is completely fine. Yeah, so seems like gray is going for the wheat port. So this 9 is a pretty decent roll for me. At this point, I think I would love to roll a 7. I roll an 8, but I'll be building my city on the 5, 10, 9. 7 rolls, I think the 5 wheat gets blocked. Yeah, I don't mind gray being stolen from, especially because gray is trying to steal my the port that I want. 7 rolls. I think the 6 sheep can get blocked, or maybe the 11 wood. So gray does build on the wheat port. That makes the game a little difficult for me, but it's still not over, I think. Let's see what gray can offer if they want to offer anything at all. So at this point, I think I'll be converting my wheat into sheep and just ending my turn there. Not much that I can do. Now gray can even build on the 6-12, and that will be a very strong spot for them, especially because they will have a lot of uh, wheat and they already have the wheat port. Red 2 is in a very strong position at this point. I'd be lucky if I get a dev card and I'm able to pull something like a road building. The 2 ore spot will be good, especially because I have a decent amount of ore. Yeah, I might trade a wood for brick. Yes, that works for me. Another 9. Let me see if I can get another brick. So at this point, I can even try getting a trade like this so that I can get a dev card after I build my settlement. That's too expensive a trade for me. And Gray taking quite some time to respond, so I'll just end my turn by building on the 8-5. So now I think something like The 8 wheat can be blocked. I'm pretty sure Grey will switch their target to me now. Especially, yeah, exactly as expected, Grey does do that. And seems like Brown is having connectivity issues. So here I think I have a choice between building on the ore port and the 8-4 spot racing with Brown, especially if Brown is AFK or just having connectivity issues. I can also build on the sheep port. I mean, I don't produce any sheep, but it will be a good place to build a settlement on. And in my turn, I need to roll a 7 so that I can block Grey. Grey, I'm pretty sure, has two ores and a wheat in hand, so they are pretty close to say, building a city on the 6-5-11, and it will be very difficult to slow them down in any way. So the AI does steal from rolls a 7 and steals from Grey, which is completely fine. And I will do the same, but place on the 6 wheat and steal from Grey. I get a wood, which is okay. I would have preferred getting an ore or a wheat. So 9 does roll. I just need a 8, 5 or a 10 so that I can get my second city. So again, we will be waiting for Brown to, uh, I mean, waiting for 90 seconds for Brown to come back, but don't think Brown will be coming back this game anytime soon. Like when it comes to feast or famine game, I both Brown and I are playing a similar feast or famine game, but I think I had a much worse numbers. But I was lucky to get a few fives and nines early on and get a city and also this settlement on the 8-5 spot. I would love to build on the 8-4 as well. Which will be a little difficult to do, but not completely impossible. The problem is I do not have any 3:1 ports as well, so all my trades this game will be very very difficult, and I don't have any sheep, so getting dev cards will be a tedious task. 5 does roll, so that means I have a city and a dev card in hand, and a 3 rolls, giving a sheep and a ore to both red and brown. At this point, yeah, I will just build my. At this, I think I will be building my city on 8-5, and I will try and get a. Let me see if I can just ask for a sheep. If red wants to trade it, I will do that. Red is asking for a little too much. I'll do a 1:1 if they want to do that, or else I'll just do a 4:1. Doing a 2:1 doesn't help me either because that will be giving them a free card. I get a Year of Plenty, which is a decent card to have at this point. So a Year of Plenty could be a very good card if I can build on the 8-4, get two bricks or a brick and a sheep or something of that sort. Red is asking for two cards and just offering one. That is not a trade I think will be going through anytime soon. I don't mind doing a 1:1, but this is the other way around. They are like just being a little too greedy, I think. So the 6 is blocked for both gray and I will ask for a break. I'm surely looking for a break and a sheep. Wood and a sheep will be fine as well, but that might give gray the city, especially because couple of nines did roll and they did steal a. In that case, I might ask for something like this so that they are a short of 4. I think in the end, if none of the trades go through, they will just be getting a dev card this turn. They just keep on offering the same trade over and over again, and at this point, I'm just not going to accept it. So at the end of this turn, brown will be replaced by a bot. I mean, the AI has been playing instead of brown for the last 2 turns as well, but now we don't have to wait for 90 seconds after this turn. So that will increase the pace of the game a little bit. Something like a 10 would be a good roll for me. A 10, a 5, both of them would be pretty decent. And the reason why I'm looking to build on 8-4 before the 4 port is because 4 is a new number and a sheep that I don't produce. Whereas over here I do get the ore port, but if my 9 ore is blocked, the ore port would be completely useless. And plus building on 2 isn't that big a prospect for me. Couple of 5s will be a very good roll. 5s and 2 10s will also be decent. 7 rolls, not sure if bot will target gray again. So yeah, bot does steal from me, but I get a chance to steal a card back from gray immediately, and I will do that. I get a wood back, but I don't think I can do much with it at this point. So my 9 ore gets blocked, and pretty sure I will be the target again. Okay, so the 5 wheat gets blocked, and I get stolen from is fine. It gives me 2 wheats. That's a decent roll for me, and I will be asking for a break again. 6 rolls giving gray the wheat they are looking for. 7 rolls, so red loses 4 more cards again. That's pretty good for me, and I will get a chance to steal from gray again. And this time I do get a sheep, so that's a pretty good roll for me. Pretty great pull for me. I can just play my Year of Plenty and get a city on 5-10-2. But I think at this point, getting a dev card would be more important. I do get a knight, so if I am blocked, I can move the knight pretty like immediately. Two does roll. That's a good roll for me, giving only me an over. So yeah, Gray is able to city up the 6-5-11 spot. So at this point, let me see if I can get a sheep from someone. I can even try asking for, yeah. So red is just being uh, a little too greedy, I think. So if that's the case, I think I'll just play my Year of Plenty, get two ores and build a city. So these eights of late have been pretty good rolls for me. Wow, very lucky with these eights. And now bot over here has 26 cards and they still end their turn. Or Monopoly over here would have been excellent, but unfortunately I don't have that. Um, at this point, I think I will do it because I can get a dev card and okay. So let me just get a dev card and I get another knight, which is good. Five is also a very strong roll for me. And wow, so red now cuts off gray. So gray was a little too focused on getting the city, and that is why uh, gray lost the 6-12 spot. So bot over here has 26 cards, and bot is still not doing anything with it. That's really, really surprising. A 7 was due. I had quite a few cards in hand, so I'm just going to give away all my wood. And at this point, I think I will be stealing from red. I get a wood, which is fine, not helping me too much. So I do get a victory point. That's pretty good as well. And I might actually play a knight, and I do get an ore as well. So let's see if I can get a wheat. 'So pretty lucky. Again, an 8 rolls for wow. I am getting a little uh, lucky over here with these eights and fives of late. I think I will go for this. Okay, so Gray doesn't want to trade with me. I might have accepted that trade just because that was an opportunity for me to get another dev card. 11 rolls. Let's see if I can get a wood for wheat. Or let me just ask for sheep first, and if I don't get that, I will ask for a wheat. And if none of my trades go through, I think they won't in this turn. So at this point, I think I will just build a road towards the sheep port. So another five rolls, giving me six cards in hand. So I would be a little lucky if the bot trades a brick with me, but instead bot just rolls a seven. I think I will have to give away uh, these cards, or I have to give one more away. Uh, yeah, I think something like this would be fine. And bot still steals from uh, gray, so that is a little surprising. So now there is a 50-50 chance that I get a sheep from red, so I will be stealing from red. I do get a sheep, so that's good for me. Let me see if I can get a trade and I will be able to build a settlement. But if I don't get a trade, I will just get another dev card. So that's a knight, which is good for me. I can get a largest army in the next turn, or whenever I do play it. So six is block, hurting gray and red both. Another eight rolls. Bot steals away all the all the wheat, but doesn't do anything with it. And I get an eight again. Not sure if I can get a wood or something off it from it. If I get a brick trade, I might play my knight and steal from red, but because none of the trades are going through, I'll just end my turn with the cards in hand. Another six rolls. I think red will just get a dev card now. They didn't play the dev card, so probably they don't have a knight. I would have accepted that trade, but seems like red just wants to trade with the bot and no one else. Seven is rolled, so pretty sure I get blocked now on the eight beat. Okay, the five wood is also fine. Yeah, seems like all the trades are only for bot and no one else. So six does roll again. I will be playing my knight, getting the largest army and stealing from red because there's a good chance I can get a sheep. I do get a sheep, so a five will give me victory at this point. I roll a 10, so I don't get anything out of this. So how about something like this? I can also try getting a dev card, and I think that is the only option I have. Try getting a dev card and hope it is a victory point. It is a victory point, so that's a very, very uh, like nerve-wracking game. I had very little production, but I was very lucky with the rolls. So this was kind of a feast or famine where I was part of the feast because of the 5, 13, and only two tens, but and early nines also helped me a lot. So pretty decent game there. Yeah, so I did target gray early quite a bit, and towards the end, I was targeting red for the sheep. Luckily, I was able to steal sheep couple of times from them, especially when I needed it. So yeah, that's it for now, and let's see the elo board. If it comes like if I have to do the same placements again, I might not do that. This was a little too nerve-wracking, but yeah, pretty high on the elo board now. I mean, still in mid 2000s, so not the best, but from where I was a few videos back, this is much better. I did play a few games offline, but uh, like in one of the games, I guess all three players just quit, and I was given a auto win because I was playing against only bots. So because of that, I mean, and there was another game where two people quit, and uh, I was just playing against one other person. So I did not upload those videos because I don't want to be upload videos where almost everyone is a bot. So uh, hopefully, as I climb up the ladder, bots will go away and people will be more serious about the games. Anyways, bye for now and see you again in the next video.